Hey, this is Sam Black with my second match with Token Burn and Standard. On the draw against a mulligan to 6, I think it's actually okay to keep this removal heavy hand into Unified Front. I might draw some pressure, and at least with this I know that I can cast my spells, and I think any kinds of 1-for-1 heavy hands get better against a mulligan, so I'm just gonna stick with this. Also, more 1-for-1s, like when I'm trying to win by attrition against a mulligan, it's better when I'm on the draw. As it turns out, my opponent has mulligan to 0, so I don't know that we're going to see much of a game here. I assume it's just tilting off once we got under a few. Now I assume my opponent is just seeing what I'm playing to have an advantage during sideboarding. So I'll just let that happen. I'm going to cast Unified Front and no other spells. Obviously, when my opponent is just trying to get information, it's not worth showing extra spells to win faster. Don't know why my opponent played Flighted Strand instead of conceding. That certainly tells me something rather than nothing. I wonder if it was an attempt to be actively misleading. I wonder if my opponent's actually something like Abzan. Anyway, I think my opponent, I know that my opponent's not like red-green landfall, but Wild Slash would still be good against Jace. My instinct is to sideboard minimally and not read it too much into the one land. I'm going to be on the draw, which makes the 1-drops less appealing. I think I'm just going to stick to the deck as is. Probably playing against Esper Dragons. The Evolving Wilds here. I have to decide if I want to get a Forest, which would play well with Siege Rhino and badly with Crackling Doom, but I don't think I'm going to need to Crackling Doom on turn 3 anyway, so I think it's fine to get the Forest. So here's a spot where I could Rhino, but I'm likely running into a Tarkus command, or a Jutai's command if I do, so I'm just not going to. I'm just going to get the basic planes, maximize my ability to... I guess that was bad because it turns off Evolving Wilds. I was trying to maximize my other fetches, but I should have left a base again for Evolving Wilds. Anyway, I'm going to secure here to try to draw an answer that'll let me get a Siege Rhino through. Unfortunately, negate doesn't let me get a Siege Rhino through, so I will just keep passing. I should not have tapped green. I should have tapped the swamp. Trying to decide if I want to Exquisite Firecraft here. I don't think so. I think I can just pass. Another dig. So I do theoretically have 17 points of Barn in my hand, but I don't know if that's a useful way of looking at things against a deck with counterspells and potentially life gain. No real reason to respond to that. So maybe it would have been better to fire off the Exquisite Firecraft. Don't know. Ugin. Reveals Clash of Wills. Reveals Ugin. Definitely think I'm supposed to do something. I will use a Crackling Doom. Just for 2 damage. Tempted to also attack his command, but I won't. Unified Front just doesn't really accomplish anything, which kind of makes me want to cast it just to try to draw an answer. And returning this. That's fine. I don't really think this is a winnable game. And this is going to get countered, probably by Clash of Wills. The problem is that this Narset can ultimate here, and then I can't win. So I guess I'll just pass and then fire off Crackling Dooms in my opponent's upkeep. So if my opponent doesn't gain life here, and I draw another Exquisite Firecraft, gain 4 life, draw a card, is gonna get out of range of that plan. don't think I can possibly win this game. But if I do, it's not going to be by going long or fighting these planeswalkers, so I'm just going to do damage to my opponent, and yeah, I'm dead. Alright, let's get Silgrap out of here. And Wild Slash. Let's get some Swift Spears in. And some Zergos. And let's get Siege Rhino out because it matches up too badly against Command. And let's get Secure the Waste in. And a Self-Inflicted Wound for Dragonlord Ojutai. Just well, makes a lot of sense that my opponent would board those out against all the Crackling Dooms. How about just a Siege Rhino? Kinda want Wild Slash just to be more aggressive, but I think the other cards are better. This is fine. Not great, but I think it'll do. I'm not actually sure if I'm supposed to lead Nomad Outpost or Evolving Wilds, but I'm going to lead Nomad Outpost. And I guess I'll just Blood Tomb Lair for a mountain. Swift Spear and Evolving Wilds this turn. So we get Plains, and then this can get Cinderglade. And I think I just ignore Chase. Green, black. So if I Crackling Tomb, my opponent will Jason response. So it won't actually kill a creature. It'll do I'll get through 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 12 damage in theory. That's theoretically lethal, but I think a better way to theoretically get lethal. Wait, that can't be right. Can it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's only 10. If I exquisite firecraft first, then I'm getting Jace gets blocked, and I get through for 10. And I think that the right play here is to just attack with everything, Crackling Doom in my opponent's end step, and untap an exquisite firecraft. I can also respond to a Jace activation with Crackling Doom, which seems kind of good. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. Maybe not. And this could be bad because it lets my opponent use mana this turn instead of in the future. Because now if my opponent has Planar Outburst, then I don't have lethal setup. Whereas if I wait and then my opponent Planar Outburst, I just do 6 damage. Yeah, I think casting Crackling Doom was wrong. But I don't really think I can lose. So at the moment, this is just lethal, so I have no reason to act. And now I can just do this. 3 damage and make bigger. Alright. So, since we only played 2 games there, it's kind of difficult to see who's really favored, especially since both games felt really lopsided in different directions. Sideboarding into siding into Swift Spear felt pretty good. Yeah, so that's that match.